It's Werewolf Wednesday. It's the final Werewolf Wednesday, which means I'm picking my favorite werewolf film of all time, American Werewolf in London. This fucking movie, this is not only the best werewolf movie of all time, this is just behind The Thing for the best film of the 80s. This movie is so good. This is another example of horror comedy that works perfectly on both ends. Now, even in movies where I say like, oh, the horror and comedy is very well balanced and stuff, I'm not saying usually that it scared me. It's just that it has a genuine creepy moment and then it has something really funny. This movie, in the first 20 minutes, is genuinely scary. Like, when you're just hearing the sound of the wolf and they're out there in the dark and they're like, oh God, we gotta run faster. I don't know what that noise is. It almost unleashes this like animal instinct in you as the watcher. You know, if you're out in the woods and you hear like your first instinct is, oh shit, you know, it's human instinct. It's that whole like fight or flight when you hear a predator noise, like, and it really does such a great job of eliciting that, you know. The first 10 minutes of the movie, you're with these two characters and they're cracking jokes, and it's not that cheesy like, hey, we're buddies kind of a dialogue, you know? Like, it sounds like genuine dialogue between two friends. And so it grabs you in right away. It almost feels like a John Hughes film in the first 10 minutes. You have these two guys backpacking in London, they're friends. The dialogue is very genuine and John Hughesy. And then they stumble into the slaughtered lamb. They're told not to go out onto the moors. They go onto the moors anyway. Then they have it's a really scary sequence where they're running from the wolf, get attacked. Your boy David Naughton becomes a werewolf, or he gets bitten to become a werewolf. Jack unfortunately does not make it, but comes back to warn him about becoming a wolf and try to convince him that he needs to commit suicide before becoming the wolf, so you get some dark comedy in there. Every time he comes back, he's a little bit more rotten. This is just such a great movie. Like, it's genuinely really funny in really dark ways, but it's also got, like I was saying earlier, really scary sequences, and that's why this is one of my favorite movies of all time, not just favorite horror movie, but like this movie is just, it's so good to watch, and I haven't even brought up the best thing about it yet, which is the transformation sequence. I challenge you to show me any werewolf transformation sequence or any series of special effects that trumps this. Seriously, if you can show me anything better than this transformation sequence, I'll fuck your ass. Seriously, it's so good. And it's all practical, no CGI bullshit, done by Rick Baker. The Academy Awards actually created the Best Makeup Effects award because they wanted to nominate this movie and give it to Rick Baker. That's how good the special effects are. This movie was known for its wolf transformation sequence before it was even released because of word of mouth in Hollywood. They're like, holy shit, I can't believe this. It's directed by John Landis. This was actually his next movie after Animal House. So to go from such a frat boy comedy into American Werewolf, you would think it would be jarring, but it's not, because his sense of humor works so well in the movie. This movie has great effects, great gore, a great story. It's even got a great love story. Like, this movie really has everything. It's everything going for it, you know? So this is a great movie, one of the best of all time. Werewolf Wednesday. The top dog, pun intended, is American Werewolf in London.